Good morning, everyone, and welcome to another part of this mini-series of Breaking Bread with the Ministries. Today, I am speaking with Ruth, and we're going to be covering two things today. One a little more important than the other, but both very important. So, Ruth, can you tell us a little bit about yourself, some of the things you do in your off time, just so people can get to know you a little better?
Well, I'm Ruth Doogie. Most people know that. I'm retired. I've been retired for about 12 years now, but I stay very busy. I like to sew. I like to do craft work. I like to cook. I like to volunteer, obviously, and the church keeps me very busy with volunteer work. I'm not a Bisbee native, but I've been here since 1967, so that almost makes me a native.
You might as well be at this point.
I may as well, yeah. That's enough years.
So, now that we got some of the wheels turning, we're getting more into the questions. Can you tell us a little bit about the Fall Festival? How did you end up joining it?
I guess I got to be part of the Fall Festival because I'm always involved with whatever's going on. And so I've been helping with the Fall Festival for a really long time. It's been going on here at the church. Well, I've been part of St. Patrick's since 1968, and the Fall Festival's been going on all that time. So if you're involved, you just kind of get to be part of things like that.
So how long have you been part of the Fall Festival Committee?
Probably 20 years or so.
Can you, for the people who've never gone, because I imagine that most of the locals at least know about the Fall Festival. Can you explain, some of the events that we have there?
Okay, first of all, our parish festival is usually, first or second weekend in October. There's no admission. It's always free to come in. You can come in and wander around and look around all you want, and you don't have to spend a dime. A big part of our festival is always the Mexican food we have. St. Patrick Kitchen is open and active, and they're just preparing a lot of good food for the festival. So that's a big thing. You can come in, and if you're not hungry when you come in, you probably smell all that good food, and you'll be hungry before too long. And we have a big, our bake sale that the Women's Club sponsors, and we always have a lot of things there that will help fill your tummy if you're a little hungry for something sweet. We have arts and crafts. We're going to have a coin toss. We have a big silent auction that has some really nice things in it, so you'd be pleased to wander around there. We have a cakewalk. We have our cherry tree is back this year, and even though we say the kids like the cherry tree, kids of all ages like the cherry tree, like about even 75 or something like the cherry tree. And there's a lot of prizes. You get a prize every time you play, so that's always a big thing. We have our cash raffle with the $750 top prize. We have, maybe that's about all.
We having games this year?
Yes, we do have games for the kids. Sorry.
No, I was just trying
we
to
do have games for the kids. The cherry tree is part of that. The cherry tree is inside. There's games outside for the kids. I think they have a fish pond this year. They have face painting. I think they have a number of things, but I haven't seen the final list.
And it's all taking place in the hall?
Most all of it's in the hall, except for a few of the kids' activities that are outside. And so it's St. Patrick Hall, which is the basement of the church, and it opens at 11 o'clock. So the doors will be open, and we'll be ready, and the food will be on, and that's it.
What would you say is probably the most challenging part of being in this committee?
Probably the most challenging part these days is to be sure that you have enough volunteers. Some of our parishioners have gotten older. Some of them have gotten older and can't help as much anymore. But it's always a challenge to be sure that we have enough volunteers and everything ready to go.
Well, maybe we can try and find some.
Yes, we'll recruit some.
I made that promise to a couple others.
Oh,
we'll do an
all
interview,
right,
so
all right.
we're going to try and find some for you too. So now that we've passed kind of the challenges of being in this committee, what would you say is the most rewarding part of being part of the Fall Festival?
Well, a rewarding part is always that we're able to earn a fair amount of money for the church, and that's important. Our insurance bill every year is just astronomically high because of the stained glass windows. And so if we can earn a fair amount at the festival, that helps there. But a lot of it too is just the camaraderie and people working together, and we have visitors that come, and we're always happy to see new faces and make new friends, and so that's a big part of the positive side too.
Okay, so I believe that's everything I had planned for talking about the Fall Festival. The other thing we wanted to talk about was the church's website, which you run, and maybe you can tell us a little bit of what we could find on the website?
Well, we try to keep the website as current as we can for people that don't get our flock note. Our flock note is our electronic bulletin that comes out every Friday. That's posted on the website. Our bulletins are on the website. We have current, if we have funerals scheduled, and try to keep that kind of thing going. There's also there's a lot of information about the Catholic faith itself that people could look if they want to know more about that. You can find information about the church itself. Financial reports are on there. I'll think of 16 more things after we're finished.
Oh, that's how it is for everyone. So, is there anything else you might want to add? Any information that maybe you can think of that we haven't covered before we close out this little episode?
Well, I think that particularly we always welcome new people. We welcome new people in the parish generally, new people at church. We welcome new people at the festival. Bring your friends. We know that some people know of our parish because of our St. Vincent de Paul program that's very active here. So, we're a very welcoming community, and we're always glad to see new people come.
All right, so I believe that there is, what?
The Fall Festival is this Saturday.
Oh, yes. So the Fall Festival is this Saturday. So make sure that you are able to come, if you can. It's understandable if you can't. But if you can't this year, there's always next year.
Yes, that was the most important thing I should have said when she said, was there anything else?
I
And
know,
that
I
was
totally
that
spaced
it is
it.
this Saturday. It is this Saturday, October 14th. So we need to see you here on the 14th.
All right. So I suppose that's it. Correct?
Are we done? That's
I
it.
believe so. It looks like that's the end for this part of Breaking Bread with the Ministries. And thank you again for joining us.
And we will see you on Saturday at the festival.
Yes, please come. Thank you for listening in, and we'll see you next time. Bye.